Hey guys, it's Tijani from Maps to Cash, and this is my first YouTube video. It's currently 1 or 2 days away from 2026, and I thought what better video to do as a first video than to do a case study for one of my clients in terms of the results we've gotten for him. And just for context, what I do is I help tradies in Sydney get more jobs from Google without paying for ads, pretty much. And this client, he's a very close friend of mine. He runs a flyscreen business in the Western Sydney area. And the main goal, we started working together in around late Feb, March. And the main goal was very simple. It was, okay, we want to get him more consistent work, more consistent jobs, and grow the business. And so what I've done recently is I just created a document with all the results we've gotten since we started working from March, you could say, all the way till now, December. And I'll go through each one of them. And then afterwards, I'll just give a brief backstory as to the context, why we did this, what I did to get in these results, and what we're looking to do next year. So let's get right into it. And as I go through each one, I'll put screenshots on the screen, either above or below or somewhere on the screen. So just not to brag, but just to show you guys that I'm not making stuff up. So right now, the first one is he's had over 100 plus quote requests from his website, which I built for him. And then he's had over 100 calls from his Google business profile from March all the way till December. And then when we started, he had just 18 reviews. Now he has 59. I used AI to do the maths, and it comes out to be around 228% increase in Google reviews, which is absolutely crazy. And then right now he's pretty much ranking top 3 in his area when people are looking for his services. So flyscreen repair, flyscreen installation, etc. He's ranking top 3, which basically means his business is showing up when people are looking for his services. And so those are the results. So what's the story behind how we got these results? So as I said, I started working with him in around late Feb, early March. And essentially we spoke. I asked him, okay, how are you currently getting your jobs? And he said, pretty much most of them are coming from referrals or high pages. And as many of you are aware, there's really 2 major problems with high pages. One is you're paying a decent amount every single month to even be on it, to use the software. And then 2 is that a lot of the times the leads or the quality of jobs that you get from there aren't really the best, because it's bidding, right? So people are always looking for the cheapest quote and not necessarily someone who's going to do good work. So it's kind of like a race to the bottom. So I told him, bet, let me see what I can do. And then I went away and, started to see how I can implement my system into his business. So the first thing I did was, okay, I looked at his competition. I looked at the other businesses that are around his area. And I saw that it was actually pretty good. It's a good opportunity for his business to come out on top. And then I built him his website. And literally the first time, it was just a 1-page website. So not even a full-blown multi-page website. It was just a landing page, 1-page website only. And then I optimized his Google business profile and then added him to some local directories, pretty much meaning some websites added his business details there. So yellow pages, think yellow pages and things like that. And then after that, I connected my AI backend system to his business as well, too, so that he can manage the jobs that are coming in, he can grow his reputation, etc., etc. So to do all this, it took about a month or a month and like a half, maybe. And so as I was doing this, he started getting results within like 3 to 4 weeks. And by results, I mean he started getting calls from his Google business profile, and he started getting quotes from his website, that 1-page website that I built for him. So results started coming out around 3 to 4 weeks. And then from then on, it was literally month after month. It was just getting better. It was just getting better. It was just getting better. And if you actually look at my Instagram page, I made a video in around June to kind of show the progress of the results that I was getting him after implementing the system. And like at that time was good. I was like, wow, this is really, really popping off. But from that June all the way till now, it's exponentially grown. And you can see by the results that I read out at the beginning. And so that was pretty much it. Over the year, what I did in terms of improving, I really, really only did 2 things. Number number one is I expanded his website. So as I said at the beginning, it was just one page, and literally that was enough. That was the one getting him. That one page was the one getting him all the quotes coming in and all the calls that he was getting on his Google Business Profile. But then towards the later half of the year, I expanded his website, added a couple of service pages for the services that he did. And then I also added him to some more local business directories. So I found out some of the ones that are really good other than Yellow Pages and things like that, and added his business. So just those two things, and plus the system that I already set up for him, which is the system that I pretty much set up for all my clients. And that's basically how we got the results that we're getting. And, you know, it's quite interesting. Me and him were having a chat not too long ago, and he told me now, like, he pretty much is thinking about sacking High Pages. So because he's getting so much work coming from Google, and not only that, the work that are coming from Google are way, way better than High Pages. Why? Because everyone who's calling him or getting in touch with him from Google have already made the decision that they want to work with him, right? So it's not like they're looking for the cheapest bid, or it's not like they're trying to, check out different options, right? They've already done the research. They looked at his business. They looked at his website. They looked at his reviews. And so they've already made a decision. And so it was much easier for him to work with them. It was much easier for him to charge a fair price. And so he told me he's looking to sack High Pages very, very soon. And not only that, he's also looking to even think about getting people to help out, grow the team and grow the business. So, when I heard this is exactly what I envisioned, or what I want to do for the tradies that I work with. And for me personally, the lessons that I've taken from this project specifically is that, number one, this stuff works. Like, obviously I know it works because I did the research. I learned from other people who were in the space, and they showed me how it works. They showed me the results they were getting. So I know theoretically it worked, but there's a difference between knowing theoretically that something works and then you actually doing it yourself and seeing the results from the efforts that you put in. So that was the biggest takeaway for me, which is that this stuff works. And literally ever since I started seeing his business getting those results every month in, month out, I've been, telling every tradie that I meet, like, you gotta get your business on Google Maps. You got to get your business on Google, because that's the place. That's where everyone's looking when they're looking for the services that you do. And that's where you got to be, at least before you think about everything else. And so that's the first lesson, which is that it just reinforced basically my service, which is that this stuff works. And then the second one is, a lot of the times tradies, they can get stressed with making their website look perfect, making sure they have this, making sure they have that. But what you realize is, when it comes to especially getting jobs from Google Maps, getting jobs from Google, you don't have to have the best website. You don't have to have the best Google Business Profile. You don't have to have the most reviews. You just have to have more and better than the other businesses in your area. So basically your competition. So that's why every single time I start, I always look at the competition, right? Who are the businesses around? What are they doing in terms of marketing? Do they have really good websites? Do they have systems in place? How many reviews they have? And so that's always the first step, because that's going to tell you how hard or how long it's going to take to get results. So if the competition is low, if there aren't many businesses doing the marketing, there aren't many tradies, optimizing their Google Business Profile, optimizing their website, then competition is low, and you'll get results faster if you implement the strategy. But if there are other businesses doing it, then it's going to be more competitive and it's going to be much harder, and it's just going to take a bit longer. So that's pretty much the two takeaways. And in terms for next year, we're just looking to take it to the next level. I think there's still things that can be done to to get more results, to get more jobs, to get more calls, to get more quotes, which has always been my yardstick. So even though I mentioned reviews, I mentioned how his business is ranking top 3 and all of that, those are all just measures of progress. Like, how I measure my service getting results for my clients is purely off of, are they getting increase in the number of calls, in the number of quotes, in the number of jobs. So that's been the case for his business, and really, really good to see, and really excited to implement and grow this next year, and also help out other tradies do so as well. So that's pretty much it. I just thought I'll do a little reflection, a little case study for you all to see how I've been getting on this year, and looking forward to see you guys next video.